Hey, this is Ray Hamilton from Ormus Minerals. I just want to talk today about some different categories of Ormus we have. First one is lumpy acid is Ormus for energy. A couple of products there we have is charged ocean energy Ormus, quantum energy Ormus, and life force energy Ormus. Those are some of the energy products. Lumpy acid for health, and a lot of almost all the Ormus is going to help, but the very good quality basic one is Ormus Gold C11 Infusion. The best of the best combined is Ormus and Minerals is that category is going to be Ormus Earth Milk, which would supply regular sea minerals or salt minerals, sea minerals, Ormus Minerals, and it also has Fulvic Acid Minerals in it, which is a plant-based minerals for the best of the best combined. So another category is Ormus Manifestation. A lot of the white gold powder will help with that. Stardust White Gold Powder. We use the John Hudson process on that. Ormus Gold Treasure, Ormus Manifestation. Well, a lot of people ask, what Ormus do I start with? And I recommend usually is Ormus Gold C11 Infusion. This is sort of, I've done it for about 10 years, and it's a combination of ocean water and Dead Sea salt combined. Seems like the best overall quality Ormus product. So, my most potent Ormus is another one category. Ormus Manifestation is going to be a C11 product with Ormus, the Stardust White Gold Powder added. And another one is the Ormus Gold Treasure. Now this here is unique. It's a John Hudson process, but it's in liquid form. So it's powder, then it's converted back into a liquid with a lot of the white gold powder potency. Another area is emotional healing Ormus, and if you've done any research on the flower essences, the Jimmy Elixirs, this is Ormus combined with those, with the Ormus Gold C11 Infusion. So there's a whole range of things there that they can do. Quite a few different products. So I got to do some research there. Look at flower essences or gold gemstone elixirs on the internet. You'll find out that there's a lot out there for that. External Ormus, couple main things is live oil, which is used on the skin, Ormus creams. The live oil I've got combined with some gemstone elixirs. I got 7 of those for energy points. I've got 48 gemstone elixirs infused with healing oil, Ormus healing living oil, live oil. I got some flower essences infused with Ormus healing live oil. 81 essential oils also infused with Ormus healing live oil. So if you know what your favorite essential oil is, then we can combine that with Ormus healing oil, and it just makes phenomenal products. So the second would be Ormus creams, and we've got quite a few different categories, but you're coming from a base cream to currently we have 3 different kinds of Ormus in it. So it's very potent and very powerful, and had lots of results with it, with people loving it and coming back for it. So. Now, one of the main areas that we've covered a lot is your imprinted Ormus categories, and this covers a broad spectrum of imprinted Ormuses. And there's several ways of imprinting Ormus. One is you put enough in there to make it. Then you succuss it. Basically, is you're taking it on your hand and you're hitting it, and that mixes up. And you can also put your intent in it while you're doing that, and that's probably one of the better ways of imprinting Ormus. And a lot of research has been done in homeopathy along that line and how to imprint that, or also imprint water. So anyway, so cell salts is the first one. There's 25 of them out there. There's had some phenomenal research on been out for quite a few years. We've got those imprinted into the Ormus Gold C11 Infusion. The second category for imprinted Ormus is Gemstone Elixir Birthstone Ormus. For each month, a different month is imprinted and infused into Ormus Minerals Gold C11 Infusion, using birthstone gemstone elixirs. So it's using the gemstones for that. The next category is rainbow light energy Ormus, and this here's covering your basic 7 colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and a combination of all using light, for like a complete rainbow gemstone elixir. And all those are infused into the Ormus Minerals Gold C11 Infusion. So for a complete combination. The next one is going to be body and energy points Ormus, and this is covering all the 7 energy points of chakras of the body, plus one that is a combination of using all 7 of them. And I'm using light colors and also gemstone elixirs for those colors, and those are infused into the Ormus Minerals Gold C11 Infusion. So just interesting combinations there. The next one is Sacred Geometry Ormus. This covers the tetrahedron, hexadehedron, octahedron, isosahedron, dodecahedron, and a combination of all of those infused into Ormus Minerals. So like 8 different products there, or 6 different products, I mean. Anyways, so, and that puts that unique sacred geometry right into that imprint, and we basically print into water, then add that water to the Ormus, so it brings over that imprint. So the next one is Brainwaves Ormus, and this one's covering the alpha, gamma, or gamma, delta, delta, plus a combination of all 4. And we're using frequencies for that of those different specific waveforms. And that's infused into the Ormus Minerals Gold C11 infusion also. And so now the next one is the Santiago Frequency Ormus. And this covers all 7 base frequencies. It's a combination of all using the basic tuning forks, the 396 Hz, 417, 528, 639, 741, 852, and 963. Then also have one where I combine all 7 of those into an Ormus, and all those are infused into the Ormus Gold C11 infusion product. So the next category is going to be your birth month Ormus. And this is imprinted Ormus using your birthstone elixir infused into Ormus Gold C11. So it's basically on that birthstone of every month, and so it's going to infuse the Ormus with that. And so the next one I'm pretty excited about is the Bach Flower Essences Ormus. And this is covering all 39 of the Bach Flower essences that Bach come up with, and each one is individual. Each one has its own healing modality, from all the research, and each one of those are infused into a specific, into a specific flower into the Ormus Gold C11 infusion. And then we get the Gemstone elixirs. Now the Gemstone elixir Ormus is covering about 48 different Gemstone elixirs. So those are again infused into the Ormus Minerals Gold C11 infusion. So it's very powerful, and other healing for emotional healing too. Homeopathic remedies Ormus. This covers 99 of the core homeopathic remedies. And there's quite a few out there, but these are all. Each of these formulas are infused into the Ormus Minerals Gold C11 infusion. And so, and the next one is in my research and all this, it was gemotherapy, and gemotherapy is remedies. There's like 75 out there. This is some of the core ones, and these are infused in Ormus. What gemotherapy is the essence of the bud of trees, and so they're using that energy and holding into water, just like the flower essence or gem elixirs, except one of the analogies was as animals are to human being a much higher life form than animals as far as intelligence and interacting with the environment. The same way with the tree is to the plant. So the tree has a very powerful energy in this sap that they're flowing from the bud. So the next is the flower dewdrops. What I've done here is this is going to be the flower essences, but they're combined with Ormus dew and also infused with Ormus. So it's a very powerful combination of Ormus combined with those flower essences. So it's going to be what I would say a very high frequency Ormus. The next one is going to be colloidal minerals Ormus. This covers 40 of the core colloidal minerals, which is add to to the Ormus Minerals Gold C11 infusion. So it's a very powerful combination of bringing those minerals and a specific mineral into that formula. So hydrosols for Ormus is the next one. This is 34 different hydrosols imprinted in Ormus Minerals Gold C11 infusion, and the hydrosols are part of the essential oil process. So it's more of the water side of the extraction process instead of the essential oil part of the process. And so, but they very very much carry healing and also frequencies that are very important. And a couple more things we'll cover here is herbal extracts Ormus. There's 126 different herbal extracts, and obviously herbal extracts have been around for eons as far as research and technology. They're understanding what they are and the healing processes of each one. And what I've done there is I actually have 126 different Ormus products with each one of the herbal extract imprinted into it, and so that designed for healing for the different herbs. And then the final one is your essential oils Ormus, and I got 107 different essential oil products that are infused into Ormus Gold. So, and again, this gives you an idea of some of what Ormus is imprinting, some of the different areas I've covered, hydrosols, gemotherapy, homeopathy. And the way I look at it is I've actually brought over these whole realms of knowledge that had lots of research behind them, like herbal extracts as an example, over into the Ormus world. And my understanding is that the Ormus helps direct each of those slash essential oils slash hydrosols or herbal extracts to do the work in the body where it needs it. So that's sort of the foundation of imprinted Ormus.